Hi everyone, Dylan here. Hope you all enjoyed the first day of school. Today is the first day of term two, and as I've promised, right, all of you since the beginning of the year, right, my team and I, we want to be here, supporting you throughout the entire journey, right, not just in the area of mathematics, right, but later on in today's video, right, there are some important lessons I'm going to share with all of you as well, and more importantly, we want to journey with all of you towards the end of the year, especially the graduating cohort, right, Sec 4 and 5, you have your O levels and your N levels, and we want to see you doing well, right, for academics, your grades. We want to see you entering your dream poly and your JC, right? So this is something that batch by batch, we want to be here, right, with all the resources, with all the support that we can give, right? Whether it's math wise, whether it's study related wise, whether it's EAE/DSA. So we just want to do our best to the entire student community, and of course, for those that requires closer attention, right, want to join our class, then that's where we give even more attention, right, and closer guidance to them. So in today's video, right, I feel that this is a very important juncture, right, because we just concluded term one, right, and we are moving towards term two. Now, when I was a student, right, no one teaches us how to, reflect. No one teaches us how to plan and set goals properly and effectively. So I always felt that the mistakes that I made in the first term, right, still happens in the second term, and life just kind of repeats itself, right? I'm like stagnating, right? My study methods are the same. I'm making the same mistakes, right? I'm still procrastinating. Life remains the same. Now, after growing up, right, been through JC university, and I've taught many batches of students. I hope that we can gain certain lessons, we can make certain improvements, we can make certain shift, right? As we move on to the next quarter of the year, right? And I think it's very refreshing, right? That now is a new fresh start, right? To term two is a new fresh 90 days before June holidays comes in. So in today's video, I want to walk through with you a simple reflection activity, right? Perhaps before you sleep, you can just go through this. Close your eyes, you can write down if you are more comfortable with journaling, right? Or some of you are more comfortable with just thinking and talking to yourself, right? Whatever it works. But I hope that we can spend like 15, 20, 30 minutes of your time, right? Just sitting down, right? And reflecting about the first term of the year. How has life been in 2024, right? So very simple. You can take a piece of paper. Okay, let me just grab a piece of paper. Something that you can do for yourself, right? With this piece of paper, you can dissect into four quadrants, right? This is an activity that I do for myself even, right? And I conduct for some of my students, right? When they ask me how they can reflect and improve, right? So our entire student life, right, can be broken down into four quadrants, right? Number one, we have studies. Number two, we have health, right? Physical health. Number two, we have self meaning, self could be emotional well-being, right? How you feel about yourself. And last one could be relationships. Okay, so let me run through again. So we have our studies, we have our health. Health is more towards the physical aspect, right? Your sleep, your diet, right? How do you feel your energy level, right? And then we have relationships with our friends, with our siblings, with our family members, right? With the teachers. And then last but not least, self. How do you feel that you're growing, right? Self-love, self-care, all partly on the other side. Now, I want to spend time, right, reflecting segment by segment, right? How has the first quarter been? What are some of the mistakes that I've made? Some of things that I feel that it's not too great and I want to change it, right? And then set certain goals, right? In these quadrants by itself. So, for instance, studies, right? I don't we want to take a back seat, right? And not just focus on, oh, my math is not good, my science is not good, right? Which is what we have done in school. What I hope to achieve is when I step back, right? I want to look at my studies in general, right? How are my study methods? Am I procrastinating? Do I feel focused? Am I distracted? Right? In class, am I understanding things, or am I just sleeping and just cruising through? I want to really have a hard conversation with myself, right? In the area of studies and how things are going. Right now, of course, you want to go deeper, then you can examine your individual subjects, right? What you want to work on, right? But I want to have an honest conversation, right? And see what are things that could be improved, what are things that I've done great. I want to list them down, and then I move on to the next segment, right? In the area of my physical health, how's my diet, how's my energy level, right? These are things that I feel is really important, right? That can affect our academics as well. If I'm every day I'm sleeping late, I have low energy, I wake up feeling tired, I fall asleep in class, then I need extra time to catch up on my work. You can see it just snowballs and it's get very tiring, right? So I want to examine that, right? In terms of my physical health. Now, in terms of relationship, right? This is something that is super underrated, but I feel is very important, right? Because when I was a student, right, there's a lot of dramas in schools, right? When I quarrel with my friends, when I'm involved in certain, you know, certain quarrels or certain dramas, I'm pretty sure that you all have experienced that. You can't study, right? Your mind is constantly distracted. Your mind is constantly, right, affected as well, right? And some of you, right, in families as well, siblings, you quarrel with your siblings, or you're quarreling with your parents. This will all affect and gather your mind space. And if you're constantly, right, bogged down by these issues, conflicts, etc., then you can't put your heart and your mind to focus, right? So same thing, listen down. What are some things that went great in those areas? What are some things that you hope to improve, hope to avoid, hope to change in the area of relationship? And last but not least, in the area of self-love, self-care, right? Mental health is something that's really important, right? How do you feel about yourself, your confidence level, right? And I want you to list them down. What are things that went well in the first semester, first term? What are some things that you want to work on? What are things that you want to improve on, right? Now, once you have those items that's being jotted down, then you can say, hey, okay, in term two, for those that have the things that went well and I've done great, I want to repeat and do more of it. And for things that I feel that, hey, I didn't do as well, I want to, stop, I want to change, I want to pivot, I want to, I want to improve and maybe do some tweaks, right? And with that, trust me, your term two will be much better, right? And the reason, as I mentioned, why I want and I hope all we can do this exercise is because um I don't want us to just repeat the whole term, right? Term on term, and we make the same mistakes and we just cruise through our student life. The faster we improve and push ourselves, right? The faster we grow, right? The faster we mature and pick on all these different new strategies, right? Life becomes significantly easier after that, right? As I've mentioned in the previous video, the moment I catch on some powerful, right, very useful and applicable, relevant study strategies that work for me, my grades can maintain, steadily. Since upper sec, JC, university, it just maintains because I already cracked the code. I know how to study. I know how to learn quickly. I know how to memorize things. I know how to go for exams. I know how to prepare for exams. The moment I crack all this code, it's going to be applicable for every other subjects. And I just constantly get A's after which. And this is something I hope that all of us can quickly master, right? Self-awareness, right? Do you study best alone with your friends? Do you study best at home or outside? Do you study best with music, without music, right? What's the environment you want to create for yourself? How do you motivate yourself? What are the thoughts, right? That's constantly running in your head, right? All these things we want to faster get it right. And once we have that self-awareness and once we, improve and grow, trust me, your student life will be amazing, right? And not just in area of grades, but relationship, studies, your confidence, everything will just be elevated and you'll feel a lot better, right? So try it out, right? Today, tomorrow, before you sleep, 10, 20, 30 minutes, right? Just listen down, right? I've done this every single quarter in my life, right? And it has changed me to become a better person. It has changed me to become a better teacher, right? A better son, a better boyfriend, right? And I hope that you can do this for yourself as well, right? And I hope that we all have an amazing term too. And I'll be doing a lot of stuff for all of this entire student community this term. And I hope to see you all doing well in your exams in WA2. And more importantly, for those that are interested and needs closer support, our team of teachers, and we're here to help you to do well for your mathematics and beyond. All right, so catch you in the next video. Enjoy school tomorrow. See you.